Hello everybody, and thank you for joining us on Body, Mind, and Soul. My name is Yolanda So it is June 14th when I'm recording this. So I wanted to do a little video because it's been about 2 weeks since we did the main monthly video for you. So what I did is I was praying, just thinking about things that we need to get fixed or areas of our life that we need to be looking on. We've been in this COVID and this pandemic type of thing where we're stuck in our homes and everything is starting to wake up, happen, and do its thing. So I'm doing a quick little read for all the signs. It is just going to touch on an area where you need to work, an area you need to look at, or something that's happening within your life that could be causing you problems, or that it might need to be prayed upon or addressed or looked at, or maybe look a little deeper. Then I have an advice card, which is that question card. It's the minerals I've used before. And I have a card from my Muse deck, which is inspiration. So I asked, what do they need to know? What type of thing maybe could help them, or something for inspiration, because there's a lot of people that had some depression going on, a lot of people being stuck. We have a lot of unrest in our country right now and a lot of unevenness because we've been stuck in our homes. We're fighting for equality. We're fighting for the things that we believe in, the core beliefs, because we're changing into a new dimension, a higher vibration. It's a vibration that wants love and compassion across the board. And although you see violence and you see things right now, it's because people want equality, because people are doing what they feel in the core of them. The Bible talks about that the heart is deceitful above all things, who could know? But the thing is that the core of the heart, I think that's more on a sexual level. But when you talk about the heart of what you feel and what you do, that's where the inspiration comes from. That's where the intuition to tell you, like, you know how you say you have a gut feeling about something? So this month and in your life, these cards are just meant to give you thought, okay? Words for thought. So it's not about telling your future. I don't read cards like everybody else. I do the cards to help you to understand maybe what's happening, or the energy behind what's causing you maybe stress or obstacles or things of that nature. And we all have obstacles. We all have things we have to learn. We all have trials and tribulations that we have to go through. But sometimes when we're really distraught, or we're dealing with mental illnesses, or we're dealing with pain or grief or loss, we just can't see. So that's why I do my cards, to help people. So the first people that I pulled the cards for, I go in order from Aquarius to Capricorn, always, because I want the consistency. So once I start the reading, and I look and see what's going on, if you want to fast forward to where your reading would be, because like I said, it all goes in order: Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, I just ate, and Capricorn. So it's in that order. So if you want to just fast forward, but sometimes it's only a 20-minute video, 25 minutes. This is going to be a quick video. It's just going to be a little insight. Sometimes cross watch it, because this could be your moon, your sun sign, or your rising sun. So maybe you could cross watch and see what's going on. If you need any help understanding those, definitely reach out to me and I'll help you to figure out your sun, moon, or your rising, which is the ascendant out of your first house. And if you're new to it, you're not going to understand what I'm saying. So just go by your sun sign when you were born. That's usually the easiest. And usually that's what it will definitely affect you, because your sun sign is who you are as a core. Your rising sun is who you are day to day and what people see. And your moon sign is internal. It's like your thoughts, your aspirations, like what motivates you inside. Okay, that's how I look at it, because the moon is based on emotions, water, and things that deal with internal, subconscious, your brain. Okay, Aquarius is the first one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first pull the card of thought, where you need to be thinking, and this is very suitable. So for Aquarius, you have the breathe card in reverse, which means you need to take the time to breathe. I don't know if you deal with anxiety, if you've been dealing with anxiety. So I feel like what God is trying to tell us, and the universe, whoever you have. When I refer to God, I'm referring to the supreme entity that has created all, knows all the power comes from him, everything. It's the highest of the high. Okay, you can call him whatever you want, but I say God. So if you're watching this video and I refer to God, it's talking about the higher power. Aquarius, when this card comes up in the reverse, this is from the Oracle deck, it talks about taking the time to breathe, to pause, to slow down. I don't know if you've been busy. I don't know if you've been stressed. I'm feeling very anxious right now, so I feel like maybe you guys are just stressed. I don't know if it's dealing with your life, your finances, or relationships, but I'm really, we'll see more when it unfolds. So if you are over stressing yourself, over exasperating yourself over this quarantine, you need to just do that. That's exactly what you need to do, because when you do that, you're allowing more oxygen to come in, and you're slowing the pace of your heart. Okay, I want you to practice that this month. Okay, Aquarius? You've got 2 more weeks left. We'll be doing our new moon readings when it comes to that time. I'm not sure exactly what day it is. I'll have to look and see. So your information question. This is the card deck that I use. It's got the crystal, but it's also asking you a question. So this is the card that came out for you guys, okay? So it's asking you, what patterns in your life do you keep repeating? Okay, so maybe this is why you have stress. Maybe there's things that you're doing over and over again, and you're not really getting what you're supposed to from it. It says, walk the inner labyrinth and find the higher spiritual purpose for your challenges and lessons. You're not learning what you're supposed to. If you're going through cycles and you're going through the same thing over and over again, I don't want to be mean, but you're not learning what you're supposed to. You're not getting it, okay? Discover and release the patterns that no longer serve you. Look for the emerging patterns of joy, harmony, and inner peace. Move forward in your evolutionary spiral upward. So whatever these challenges are that are coming your way, if you keep getting the same ones, it's because you're not learning the lesson it's trying to teach you at all. So this is an evaluation time. This is a reading to help you to see what might be getting in the way. So you need to breathe. First of all, you need to take a breath, anxiety, and then see the patterns that you're doing. Maybe see the things, take a look at your life and see what you're struggling with, okay? And then your card for inspiration is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant usually talks about tradition. It talks about norms, religion, spirituality. So I feel like for inspiration, that what's going to help you to grow is what you are inspired by spiritually. So if you are connected to nature, you need to go in nature. If you pray, you need to go and pray. If you have crystals and you meditate, whatever it is you do, it's going to be something that's because of your inner power. This is your advice for inspiration or for healing. And I think that the inspiration is going to come from, really, maybe you need to find out what the core of you is about, okay? Because sometimes we get lost in what the world wants us to do or say or be, and you need to find God on your level. And you need to find him personally, or the being, that whatever you want to call him. But I think what's happening and what you need to do is, it's spiritual, it's internal. Okay, so it could be the way you're looking at things and you're causing yourself anxiety, and is telling you to connect with your higher power, your higher being, okay? Your soul. Connect with your soul. Ask your soul what you need to do to find the happiness. Okay, Pisces. Deep knowing. That is your card. So when I usually see this card, it's kind of like, I'm going to take it at its face value. When it's upright, it's deep knowing. And when it's not, it's uncertainty. And that's how I'm going to take it. That's what I'm feeling. That there's some uncertainty in your life. Not knowing where you're supposed to be going. Maybe the direction. I mean, we've been stuck in our houses for so long. And I think sometimes we just don't know where we're supposed to go next, or what the next pathway is supposed to be. So I feel like that's what it's trying to say to you, that maybe you need to look in your life and maybe just, I think that when you don't know which way to go, you stop. And I think we need to just keep going forward. I feel if you do your daily routine and you do the things that you normally do, things will unfold and show themselves. And if you're praying to God, he will present what he wants you to do very clearly. This is your card for the question, okay? That's that mineral card. Are you able to think beyond the ordinary? Is your heart open to love and inner peace? So it says, awaken your consciousness and decide you want to see things from a greater perspective. So there you go. Maybe it's asking you to open your eyes and see things. The reason you don't know is because you're closed in what you see and think. Increased self-knowledge naturally allows for healing your heart, your relationship with others, and the relationship you have with yourself. You have unlimited potential. Okay, so that's just words of advice. So I think you need to go inside. This might be a spiritual month. Yeah, 8 of Emotions is your card for the Muse. And I believe, like I said, this is a new one. 8 of Emotions is 8 of Water. And I feel like it's walking away. So this card, the key words to this card is walking away, healing old wounds and stories, choosing a better path for yourself, being disappointed, finding a better fit, letting go to make space for new, and the first day of new life. Yeah. You've got some things that have probably happened in this quarantine and you're just unsure about it. Someone may have hurt you and it's telling you to just, I feel like this is a month that you need to heal yourself and you need to be aware of things that have happened, things that might have hurt you, but you need to make sure you don't close yourself off because of fear, because of things. So not that you don't just jump into relationships and friendships and things, but that you allow you to heal, because you can't be a good friend or a goodness to somebody else if you're not healed or loving yourself. Okay, you can't be loved if you don't love yourself, because you don't know what to expect. You don't know how to give yourself the respect that you need if you don't love yourself. This is for Aries, so you need to be flexible. It's pretty straightforward. Whatever's happening in your life, I feel like you're being stubborn, or you're not wanting to change, or you want it your way. I don't know what's happening, but I'm feeling like as an overall feel for Aries, it's talking about being flexible or being open to flexibility, because there could be things that could be coming in that could get in the way, distract you, upset you, whatever. But also, when you're flexible, it's like a tree in the ground. He has roots, what he believes in, what he's about, what holds him grounded. But he's flexible because he blows in the wind and he doesn't break. Because if he wasn't flexible, he'd be ripped up and torn to the ground. Okay, so think of it that way. Your card for a question is, have you been feeling down in the dumps? Do you need some enthusiasm? This is a time of prosperity and purpose. Step into your power and be all that you were meant to be. You are aligned with the magnificence and the courage to show your splendor. So maybe there's something coming in your life and you need to be open to it. Let's see. 4 of Voices. 4 of Voices. Let's see what this one's talking about, because that's 4 of Swords, I believe, which is usually like action of doing things. And 4 of Voices, oh, it's rest. Okay, so yeah. I think there's some stress and some things going on. Maybe some unflexibility has caused you some problems. It says sleep, deep rest, and renewal, healing, the edge of burnout, needing to slow down, taking the time you need, self-love and compassion, retreat. It's kind of like the same as the one before. So it feels like you need to be flexible, but the question you need to be is, what are you going to do to get yourself out of the dumps? And if while you're resting, because you were at a point of burnout, I feel like there was no flexibility maybe in your life, and then you're getting a little like, ugh, and you might need to just take some time to heal those things, figure out what you want to do, that you have all this potential. But maybe this stress has caused you to not use it or to be what you need to be. Okay, this is for Taurus. Okay, and it says a change in the wind. So this card came up reversed. Now with what we're doing, a lot of them will come up in reverse because it'll be a message of like helping. And a change in the wind is usually talking about things that are happening and being able to be flexible. When it's in the reverse, it's saying usually be open to change. Things are about to change. Things are gonna change. Don't be rigid. Don't dig your heels in. Don't, this month, just, I guess you could say, go with the flow, okay? And Taurians do not like to go with the flow. Usually, I like it this way. This is the way I like it. This is the way I've been doing it. I don't want to do it any other way. That's the way it is. So I feel like you have some changes in the Taurus realm that are going to be happening. And the reason it's upside down is because I think it might be, not a warning, but like you need to go with the flow. You need to be open or not get yourself so in a panty pinch because things are changing that you need to just take it with a grain of salt and know that it's just some things are going to change. You're not going to have everything the same forever. And the one thing you can guarantee is there's going to be change. It isn't always fun. So this is your card of like a question, remember, an advice type of thing to think of. Do you need some motivation? See, being stuck. Do you find your mind wandering when you're trying to stay focused? If so, you need to find your passion and begin experiencing the rewards that come with living it. Do what you love. Prosperity is yours, but you must take action. Okay, I can feel this and I can resonate with this because I'm trying to get businesses back on the ground, get back into the walk of things, keep doing things. We've kind of been stuck in this hole and I'm trying to like get things going. And I feel like sometimes when you have too much on your plate, which I like to do, sorry, I do. I like to fill that plate till it's overflowing and then I go, I got too much. I think what we need to do is focus on the things we love. Focus on the things that need to be focused on. And if we're being scattered because there's too much, then we need to prioritize. Okay, so this month, I think as we're going back to work and doing our things, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't, get yourself motivated and don't be upset if you don't feel like going to work or you feel kind of lazy or when you want to come home, you want to take a nap. You haven't been doing much. If you've been home like most of the world, not everybody, I know some people are out there, but a majority of us have been home kind of stuck. We've been sleeping in and eating when we want and doing things. So we have to readjust to the world opening again. This is your card, the Emperor. Okay. And the Emperor talks about stability, balance. Usually it's about the father figure, but usually it's structure. So what you need to do is you need to know that there's change, but it's saying to get motivated and to work toward restructuring, rebalancing, getting back into your routines. But there's going to be some change, okay? This is for Gemini, orphaned. Just means you feel alone or you've been cut off, which you have. This is a quarantine card, definitely. So the people, you might feel a little closed off from people, depressed. That's what that card is. And sometimes we need that quiet time. We need to be, like I said, we're all going to be going back to work and doing our things very soon. And I just think that right now you might have been a little lonely, okay? Pretty much, just basic. And you need to find a way to not feel so lonely and maybe start getting yourself out there instead of continuing to stay lonely. This is your like advice or word cards. Are you ready to meet the love of your life or reignite your connection with your partner? This is the loneliness. Maybe you were separated from them. Maybe you took a break. Maybe this quarantine just really screwed a lot of things up. It says, cultivate the loving relationships in your life. Change your mindset to think of we rather than I to attract or renew your love life. So it's not about you. It's a we. And if you think in a we mind, then you're going to attract someone new or you're going to solidify what maybe kind of went apart. And this is cool. Two of materials. So two of materials talks about balance. Okay. And I think what you maybe were dealing with is because you weren't working, because you felt lonely, you created an imbalance. And your inspiration is, and material, the reason it's called materials is pentacles. And pentacles deals with the material, physical world that we live in, security, finances, things like that, homes, whatever. And this is the infinity, and this card, it represents balance and security. So I think that your inspiration is probably going to be going back to work, and that's probably what's going to help you to feel back level, because I think a lot of us are going back to work, and that's going to help a lot of us financially, mentally, getting out of the house, things of that nature. So I think you have some balancing to do and coming because of finances and where you're going to be working, or you're going to find that balance so you kind of can not feel so lonely and orphaned. Okay, this is for Gemini. Never ending story. So this is like cycles, and you're in repeating cycles, and you have to see what you need to not repeat. Okay, and it's usually related to grief. It's usually something that consumes you. Okay, this is your question. It says, are you focused on romance right now? Decide to create happiness and harmony and see an increase in loyal and caring friends in your life. Decide to accept love in your life. Allow the development of a new romantic relationship or the rekindling of an existing one. Yeah, see, some things are happening. And it looks like these two signs also are going to be dealing with the same thing, dealing with love. I think there's a couple more. This is love. People in your life. This quarantine has caused a lot of stuff. And then your card is the Ace of Inspiration. That's new thoughts, new ideas. See if I can find the card thing that they said. Like I said, this is a new deck. Ace of Inspiration is Ace of Wands. Positive new beginnings, fresh, I can't even talk. Fresh inspiration, sparks, opportunities, new cycles of manifestation, the genesis of hopes and dreams, creative downloads, pushing through blocks, illuminated areas, and passion. There you go. So I think your advice and your inspiration is going to be, maybe you're going to look at some things in a new way. That's great. You know, maybe you're going to have a new thought. You're going to want new things because you don't want to deal with this never-ending story. Okay, you're going to maybe do something new or have an epiphany as to what you want to do, which is great. This is for Leo. Truth be told, be honest with yourself. Okay, this is knowledge, and the reversed is talking about accepting what's true, even though you might not want to hear it. Okay, so this card is telling me that something you're believing, something you want, you're perceiving it a certain way, and deep down you know that's not what it is, and it's just being able to accept reality, truth, what's really happening, whether it's good or bad. Okay, this is your card for your question. Are you a tree hugger or activist? Take the time to sit beneath the tree and connect with the qualities of its firmly planted roots, its ability to flex and bend in a storm, and its amazing power for growth. Remember your roots, yet always remember how much you can grow to reach greater heights. Okay, so maybe you have to understand where you came from, what you did, but you can be something better. Maybe you keep telling yourself, this is the way I am because this is the way I am and I can't do anything about it. And the truth is that you can change. You can do something different. That would be like a scenario. Sometimes the people in your life aren't really good for you and you say, oh no, they're good, I want to be with them, and they take care of you because you feel secure, and they make you miserable, or they don't treat you good, or they don't respect you. Maybe it's time to evaluate those things that you think, because you're just so used to doing them, that they're just a part of your life because they're habit, not because they're good for you. Okay, and this is your card for inspiration. 9 of Materials. That's the Pentacles, which is dealing, remember, with the security of your life. And I think 9 is rewards. Let's see what it has to say. Like I said, this is a new deck. So The vibration of success, self-made wealth, independence, enjoying the time alone, the fruits of labor, security and comfort, lavish contentment, sophistication, status, prosperity. This card is usually talking about you, alone, self-employment, things of that nature, but reaping rewards for it. So I feel like it's something you have to do for you, and that you will reap the rewards if you try to accept the realities of the things that are really happening in your life. But it's something about you or directly for you. It's not somebody else can't do it for you. It's you. So that's your inspiration. But it's success. So that's good. Okay. So this is for our Virgo. I had to remember. So sorry. Virgo is yang. Yin and yang. I believe this is masculine energy. So this is mind. Okay. So this is something to deal with your mind and how you're looking at things and perceiving things. And this is your card of question. Are you able to recall your dreams? Dreams can be internal, psychologist, yeah, this is about your mind and stuff, and spiritual advisor. Take the time before going to sleep to form an intention to remember your dreams. Record them when you awaken and use them for contemplation. Dreams are powerful tools for self-healing, self-awareness, and spiritual growth. Your mind is what's going to tell you what's wrong. Okay, so you need to listen to your dreams, focus on your dreams, and if you write them down or you remember, this is how you do it. Whatever stands out the most, the color, the thing, the feeling, how does it make you feel, whatever it is, I want you to write it down. Look it up, and it will usually tell you the psychological thing that you're dealing with, because sometimes there are things so deep in your subconscious that you don't even realize that you're struggling with or how you really feel, but your dream world has no filters. It's connected to the subconscious, and it really tells you what you feel. So you might think you're okay with something, and when you wake up from the dream, you're like, oh, what did that mean? Look it up and you're like, or you live in denial and you say, no, that's not how I feel. Yeah, it probably is. The subconscious, like I said, it has no filters. It doesn't lie to you. That's what's scary. That's why people that have nightmares and dreams, they get scared because they are suppressing. They're not dealing with it, or they're making excuses, or they're shoving things down. Anybody that compresses, it's going to blow up in your dreams. Okay, so just saying. 3 of inspiration. This is your card for like what you're going to be thinking. Inspiration is those wands, making progress, waiting for things to click into place, expansion of ideas, business opportunities, dreams on the horizon, clear ambitions and goals, a sign that good things are coming, divinely implemented phases. So this is things to come, and it's good things. Okay, so this is your mind. This is things unfolding. So the inspiration is that you need to be working toward it because things are coming your way. It's not here yet, but things are going to fall into place. That's what it's talking about. Things to come. And it's good. All right. What do we have next? Libra. Blessed. That means you're going to have things. The card talks about you get things that you didn't deserve, or because it's not things that you're given because you've done something for it. They're presents, the blessings. A blessing is usually something that is unexpected. You really maybe didn't deserve it, but it was something that was given to you because God, the universe, the spirits of the world, the angels want you to have it, okay? So something in your life has come as a blessing, okay? And that could be the thing that's causing you a problem, because this blessing might scare you, or you might not understand why, or you might be like in denial, like, oh, I can't believe this. No. You know, some people get blessings and they live in denial about it, like, oh no, I don't deserve it. And then they're given this beautiful thing and then they don't take it. So be careful you don't do that. But there's something that's being given to you, not because of something you did. It's just a blessing from God, okay? Do you treat yourself well? What kind of self-talk is going on in your mind? Yeah, I didn't even look at these cards. You might be discounting your blessing or saying, I don't deserve it. And you do, because it's being given to you. If it's being given to you, it's yours to take. It's supposed to be for you. Pay attention to how well you treat yourself. Be aware of your inner chatter and make changes toward love. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. It's time to awaken your consciousness and focus on loving yourself. Yeah. That man or that woman come into your life, they love you, treat you good. Love them back. You deserve it. It's been given to you. You get that job, you don't understand why, and it's different, and you don't know if you can do it. It's supposed to be yours. Okay, so don't fight it. Don't tell your mind that like fear mind to shut up and allow you to be able to enjoy your blessing. This is your inspiration card. This is the Hermit. The Hermit's talking about aloneness to think and illuminate. So you need to find, it's about you. It's about inner peace. It's about finding, it usually shows a man or a person holding a lantern in the darkness because you're shining light on what you need to know. It's illuminating what's in the dark. Okay, think of it that way. And it's for you personally. It's not for somebody else. It's usually your own self finding. It's talking about you. So this next couple weeks, what you need to be looking at is you, okay? And helping yourself to accept or to love yourself as you are. Or if you want to do changes, you're doing it because you love yourself, not because you're going to put yourself down, but because you want to do something for you. And how you allow people to treat you and how you treat yourself is how other people are going to treat you. So if you don't love yourself or respect yourself, they're not going to love or respect you back, okay? Because people know. This is for Taurus, or not Taurus, Scorpio. My gosh, my words. Must be some moon thing going on. Here and now in the reverse. That means you need to live here, now, and stop leaking your energy all over the place. You're not in the past. You're not in the future. You're worrying too much about everything but right now. That's what the card means. This card comes up a lot. I get this card too sometimes because I'm always trying to make sure everything's good. Right now, you need to focus on what's happening right now. Focus on your family, focus on your life, your job, and what's going to affect you right now. What's going to make you happy right now. You can think on the future, but if you're too far in the future or you're too far in the past, you're not present and you're not enjoying or seeing what's happening, and you're leaking energy when you go other places. Okay, that's how they word it. And it's true. You're leaking energy by not being now, not seeing everything now, not looking at the flower in front of you. You're thinking about what's going to bloom in the future. And there's beautiful flowers right in front of you, blooming, looking beautiful, smelling. And you're like, oh, but I wonder what's going to happen with it in the future. That's what it's telling you. Now. Look at the beach now. Look at your kids now. Okay? That's all. This is your word. In your question, are you ready to release blocks for yourself and Mother Earth? Do you realize that your own healing helps heal many people on a planetary level? There you go. You need to heal yourself. That's why you're in the future or the past so much, probably, because you're trying to figure out what's making you so okay. Allow the celestial messengers to guide you to the true Earth steward and caregiver of the planet. You are a messenger of light and well-being. What you feel, other people feel. So if you're losing your energy because you're not where you're supposed to be, you are pulling from the collective and hurting other people. So if like all this stuff that's happening right now is impacting everybody, spiritually, emotionally, energetically. And it is something that we need to realize that what we do affects everybody. Not even just the people around us, it affects and it ripples, okay? This is your card. You must have some internal stuff going on. Let's see what we got here. This is 10 of inspiration. Usually it's talking about thinking and responsibilities and burdens, taking on too much, the heaviest of promises, seeking other paths that offer help and guidance, systemizing and prioritizing, the nourishment of accepting. Okay, you live here now in this present moment. What do you need to do to balance, to create happiness or harmony right now. You can think on the future, the past, but you can't live there. Okay, so that is where you need to be. You need to find, Ten of Swords is usually like, you need to get some help and prioritize and get things figured out. That's what it's saying. That's where your inspiration is going to come from, prioritizing and getting your head back in the present moment. This is for our Sagittarius people. Sagittarius is the thinker. So you're going to be in contemplation. Okay, so right now, your contemplation is where you're going to be, and he wants you to be thinking and pondering thoughts. This is your card for the question. Are you looking for inspiration? There you go. Now is the time to quiet your mind and tap into your higher frequencies of angelic realm. So thinking is like praying. That's how I picture, like the person's just like got their head down. It's tapping in and asking for wisdom, seeking prayer, meditation, talking to the angels, talking to yourself. Just, what do I need to do? Like thinking. By doing this, you release anger and frustration because you'll have tapped into inner knowing and found peace. Plus, we are all connected to the whole. So if you just close your eyes and meditate and tap into help, you also seek and get help from the collective that's around you. Inner peace translates into inner beauty and reflects outward of all. Plus, you need to pet your dog. If you're feeling a little stressed, pet your dog, your cat, go dig in the earth, connect to the earth. It'll help balance and release it. Remember, we talked about in other videos, those positive and negative ions. That's what it does. It just releases it all out, which is good. So this is your inspiration for it. Ooh, Knight of Inspiration. You got an inspiration for inspiration. So let's see what this inspiration's talking about with the Knight. Usually a Knight is bringing in a message or doing, I don't know, that's a page. Spontaneous creation and inspiration, taking a risk, charging ahead. Oh, so this is movement. Following your dream, fast output, action, enthusiasm, and the galloping pulse that gets things done, impulsive haste. So this is something quick. So maybe you need to like put a fire under your butt and do some stuff, thinking and find inspiration. And then maybe what's going to happen is it's going to come to you really quickly. So that's like in the next couple weeks, probably. So this is for Capricorn. Co-create. So when it's like this, it's talking about creating. But when it's like this, it's talking about thinking you have to do everything on your own. Okay? If you allow things to be co-created and people to help you when you need it, you're going to find that peace and that balance in your life. It's okay to need somebody. It's okay to ask for help, to receive and give balancing. It's a co-creating world, okay? It's not all for you. You can do a lot, but you don't have to be alone in this thing. And if you need help, you can reach out for help, okay? Here's your question. Because remember, this is messages from God for the next couple of weeks as to what we as a sign might be struggling with or need to think on or be aware of. Do you have an affinity with dolphins? Have you found that you feel so much better after spending time at the seashore? That's connecting to nature, basically, or water. If you're being drawn to water, please go by it. Put your toes in it. It's warm enough now. We can be near it. It's time to spend some time by the ocean. Water in general. Connect with the healing, salty energy of the seawater and cleansing properties in order to support your health, both physically and emotionally. You need to ground, but it's telling you to go to water. So it must be, I feel like I'm being pulled toward emotions. There's some emotions going on inside of you that need to be balanced. And when it's pulling you to water instead of just grounding, like I'll say go in nature, it was specific about water. So water is usually emotions. And our last card for inspiration, fast movement. Ooh, I opened right up to it. There we go. Travel speed, free-flowing energy, movement, breaking free of stuck patterns, running with an idea with inspiration hits. Okay, so whatever's making you think, it's going to be quick. Something's going to come in and I think you're going to find it. I think you're going to like restart yourself, okay? Which is great because as a Capricorn, you kind of do your own thing and you get wrapped in your own thing and you're kind of so grounded, you're a little depressing sometimes. not always, but I'm in the clouds, and Capricorns are always, they're just a little too realistic for me. So, but my best friends, because we balance each other. So guys, that's just a quick little insight for you. I hope you enjoyed that. This is about growing the best you. You find happiness when you find out what's causing you distress. You can be loved when you figure out what's causing you not to love yourself or what you're allowing in your life. I want you to find happiness and love because you connected to Supreme, you connected to yourself, you are not allowing people to take advantage of you, and you are living your true purpose. You are doing good things for other people. And although you're loving yourself, you are not the only person on this world, earth, planet, and you are then also able to think of humanity and other people, because if you love yourself, it shows that you know how to love other people. Okay, so guys, have a great week. We'll be on again with the full moon, new moon, readings. And of course, at the end of the month, we'll have our monthly read. We're going to be doing the full spreads for everybody. Guys, have a great week. We'll enjoy it.